at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Good evening everybody already in the chat. Welcome to the West Cornwall Local live stream. We're going to be starting on time 20:30 tonight. Whilst you're waiting guys, we'd be really grateful if you could just share the stream out amongst your friends and groups you may be on. Trying to reach that 10,000 subscriber mark before Christmas Day so I don't have to do the washing up. More on that a bit later on, and I'll see you at 8:30.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes. Is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard, or rollerblade within the station building.
Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome to a proper Dad Rail stream today, hopefully. If you saw the Sherman Hill spontaneous stream, you'll know what I mean by that. 26 of you lovely people in tonight. You're all very welcome here. Thank you for joining me. Like I've said before, it says a lot for Friday night TV if you'd rather spend your Friday night watching me driving some trains on Train Sim World 2. Small favour to ask as you're here as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe, trying to reach that magic 10,000 subscribers before Christmas, so Joshua does the washing up, not me. That would be awesome. Before we jump into the video, as always guys, declaration on the screen: all the opinions expressed within this video are solely my own, may not reflect any companies, blah 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 blah, and all that good stuff that I'm sure you've heard me say a million times before. Happy Black Friday as well everybody. Did you pick up any bargains today in the Black Friday sales? I'd love to hear any train sim routes, any new computer hardware, anything like that you've managed to pick up. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to our American cousins as well. See, we got some of the usual suspects in the chat there. We've got Slothy, we've got Coles Garden Railway, hello to you. Jolly Simulator Gaming, DC Train Spotting, Captain Train Crash, haven't seen you in here before. Welcome to the stream if you're new. Yeah, fantastic. Good evening. I saw someone ask the station in the pre-stream is East Croydon, in actual fact. But that's enough rabbiting from me. Let's get straight into the game. So, Train Sim World 2. Getting a good selection of routes for this now. Cathcart Circle, I definitely want to do a stream on that pretty soon. I really enjoyed that route. Sandpatch Grade. Sherman Hill we had a go at the other day. Unsuccessfully. But today, of course, we're doing the West Cornwall Local. So I'm going to do the 150 runs in this today. But if you want to see the 37 runs, we can go back and do those maybe on the next stream. So because it's such a scenic route, I think we've got no choice but to do it in the summer. Because this route does look lovely. So BR Class 150, Braille York, 14 litre, 6-cylinder, turbo diesel, diesel hydraulic multiple unit. Continue. So, a little bit of a disclaimer. I've had a little play on this route. I have not done the full route as yet. I've had a little go on the branch line. I haven't played the full thing. So this is going to be as much a surprise for me. So let's do like kind of the whole route. What services have we got to do the whole route? Penzance to St Austell. That's the entire route, isn't it? Yeah. That's a 55-minute run. There's Penzance to St Austell, 1 hour 6 minutes. Let's do that one. The 1 hour 6 Penzance to St Austell. This is going to be interesting with the Cornish pronunciations. Me and pronunciations do not mix, as I'm sure you know. Let's jump in. New loading screens. Operate this service from Penzance to St Austell. What I'll do, guys, is I'll get the train. I'll get the train moving, and I will have a look through the chat and see if I can't answer some of your questions. So, unlock doors. Let's get the key in first of all. Into on, which I kind of think is neutral. And doors open. So leave the brakes in notch 1. Let's get some lights on. Headlights, the day running light is the right hand light, so I believe that is set correctly. It's a bit funky on the camera there, yeah. We've got the signals off. So where are we stopping? St Erth, Hale, Camborne, Redroof, Truro, St Austell. So not too many stations, but a really nice scenic run. Right, lock doors. And off we go. Right, so we are 15 miles an hour leaving here. Oh, I've just pressed the wrong button. What an awesome start. I've just shut the thing down. Yeah. What a brilliant start. We're doing well. We're doing well. So how do we get this? How do we get the engine restarted? Sounds like it is running. Let's try and take power and see what happens. Oh, we are running. We're good. Into forward always helps. I'm a professional train driver in real life, I promise. Not that you'd know it watching these streams. Right. Okay, what have I done? What have I done, guys? Come on. What have I done? She's revving up. I don't think you've got game audio, actually, have you? You have got game audio now. She's revving up. What have I done? Come on. This is a good start to a Dabrowse stream. Ah, there we go. Right. We're in business. We are in business. DC train spotting. Richard, have you done a run with no HUD? I feel it to be very interesting. It definitely makes me look out for speed limit signs. I have, yeah, on the East Coastway and the London Commuter, which are the routes I sign in real life. I've done the without HUD on there. Game audio is loud. Right, let's turn that down a little bit. Let's bring that down a tad. Let me know how that is. Mega Miner, tell me how that is now. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you have got this route already. Do let me know in the chat if you've got this route. I think it looks awesome. I think Rivet Games have done an amazing job on this. I think it's a beautiful looking route. I really do. So I think I'm required to tell you as well that Dovetail Games did give me a key for this route free of charge, but I am under absolutely no obligation to them. I'm under absolutely no obligation to promote it or anything like that, so everything I'm telling you is my own opinion and is completely honest. Right, let's get some speed up. Our next station is St Earth, I think that's pronounced, in 4.8 miles. TR9 train spotting. I've got my tea and chocolate biscuits. I've got my Mickey Mouse cup of summer fruits juice. A lot of the time, Mega Miner, the speed limit will come down to your route knowledge. I'm actually going to turn off some of those on the screen things. I put them on yesterday for when we were doing Sherman Hill. Which one do I want? Next speed limit marker off, next signal marker off. We'll have it on the HUD though. Which just gets rid of it. There we go. Looks a bit easier there. So, quick running brake test. So we're going to back off the power, put some brake in, and just kind of see how we perform on the brakes. The brakes on the 150 are not too bad. Let's put some instrument lights on so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Much better. And let's get some power back in. So we are in the Discord server as well today, guys. Just going to pop that up on the screen now. If you have any pictures you want to share with us, just like Luke has done in true Black 5-Day tradition, then link to the Discord server in the description below. Live pictures channel, live picture chat channel. Post your pictures in there and we'll get them up on the screen for you. Okay, Aiden, can you sound the horn, please? 2 tones of the horn. Look at that. The details in the back gardens and everything, they've really gone to town on this. I'm super impressed with the level of detail. Genuinely super impressed with the level of detail on this. This is my first time running this bit of the route. Jonathan Law, how do leaves on the line affect freight train in particular? Good question, Jonathan. So, with a freight train, leaves on the line, with all trains, actually, leaves on the line can prevent you gaining traction, because basically on a freight train, all your traction is confined to the locomotive. So if you've got slippery rail, the locomotive wheels can slip, making it very hard to get traction to pull away. You don't tend to get that problem so much on a multiple unit because the power is distributed throughout the length of the train, so you've got more drive wheels than what you've got on a freight train. In terms of stopping, regardless of what you're driving, freight train, passenger train, stopping with leaves on the line can be a bit of a bugger. You lose adhesion. It's like driving on black ice and you just skid. It's quite, I mean, as Salisbury demonstrated, it is quite a serious thing. Sounds nearly perfect. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, not entirely sure on the minimum specs, Mega Miner. Someone in the chat, I'm sure, will be able to advise you a bit better on that. Yeah, DC trains, but I haven't driven the 59, the 159 we've got, so I can't answer that question too much. I did have a little look round it. I have been on it. I've been for a ride on it. It's pretty similar to a 66. There's not too many differences to a 66. It's like, yeah, 66 is almost like an updated 59 if you like. The conversion course to learn a 59, I think it's like a day's course to learn it, so from a 66. They're pretty similar. So we've got 1.9 miles to the station. Richard Evans, please do a brake test. Already done it, Johnny. You've missed it. I've done it. Richard the train spotter, the new monitor is working just fine. Captain Train Crash, bit stormy in Manchester. Yeah, incidentally, On the we as train drivers, we get like a weather forecast. They call it a railhead adhesion forecast. So you get a green day, an amber day, a red day, and a black day, which basically is a rough indicator as to how they're expecting the railhead conditions to be based on the weather conditions, how many leaves are down off the trees, and things like that. And today happens to be listed as a black day. So it is Black Friday on the railway as well as Black Friday in the shops. No word of a lie. Today they're expecting it to be very, very slippery. I did work an RHTT earlier on today and it was slippery out there. So yeah, today is a black day on the railway as well as Black Friday. Yeah, we've got no storm down in Hastings either, Johnny. Right, 0.7 from the station. Let's get brake step 1 in. Powers, you say power in notches, and brake steps. So I don't know quite how good the brakes are on this. I normally end up coming in way too slow. So we're going downhill as well, quite steep. Matthew, when you depart a station on time, do you go full power or do you gradually go to full power? Depends entirely on the type of traction you're in driving, Matthew. A lot of modern traction, providing you're on green signals and it's a high speed limit, especially electric traction, you just go to full power. Diesels, I believe you start off in like multiple units. You start off in notch 3 and then go up from there. But I've never actually driven a diesel multiple unit, so I'm not entirely sure on that. Depends on your individual traction. So there is our station, St Earth. Tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. There's me not getting the brakes in time. Well, we should be alright there, I think. No, brake step 3. Look at that. That's terrible driving. We'll be overcompensating there. Let's knock that back a little bit. And again. Into 2. Oh, love the squelch on the brakes. Back to 1 for the stop. And get the doors open. So that is where our branch lines go off as well there. It does look lovely. DJ, is 59003 knackered after its efforts in collision with the damaged vehicles at Fisherton Tunnel? Yeah, to be honest with you, I saw some pictures of the wheel sets the other day. They do not look very nice at all. They are, they need replacing. The wheels need replacing on it. Absolutely knackered. Oh, there's another 150 coming the other way. You can't see it though. Let's put that back on. You can now. Off we go. Lock doors. Hello Max, welcome to the stream. It's unlike you to be late. Right, I've already pressed lock doors. Right, I think the game's bugging out on me. This is really not good. Yep, the game's just bugged out on me. It will not allow me to lock the doors. Dale, hello, first post on Dabra. Welcome to the stream, which has just gone wrong. One station in. What am I doing wrong, guys? Come on. I cannot lock the doors. Let's turn the thing off and turn it back on again. That always works. Alright, yep. Alright, I've opened the doors on that side. Let's see if it'll let me lock both now. Yeah, the blue button is the signal button. So that doesn't close the doors. Oh no, that's so annoying. Right, can we go back to... yeah, that happened to me earlier. It's a pain. Is there any way around it, Daniel, or am I just kind of in a restart situation? I was just kind of singing the praises of this route as well. Wrong side door release. That is a... that's not good. Yeah, and is there any way around this, guys, or do we need to do a restart? Right, I think we're gonna do a restart. Yeah, blue button there's engine start, and on that side it's signal. Have we got like a guards panel or something we can play with? Let's have a little look. Nothing on there. Ah, so the guards panel doesn't work. Try and press Y and U. Right, we'll give that a go. Yeah, nothing happening. That's just instant Earth driver doors messed up. Yeah, isolate it, EBS it, TIS it, traction interlock isolate, emergency brake isolate. Off we go. Right. We'll have another go. Yeah, Wayne, Max, I think we definitely need to do a dad rail fails compilation or something like that. Right, let's have one more go at this. And if it doesn't work, then we'll try something else. On doors. Right, I think I pressed that twice, so this might bug out again. I think I might have... Not that that should cause it to bug out. That's pretty poor performance by... Spare switch? What am I looking for? Instrument lights. Yeah, Captain Train Crash. It's a shame the guards panel doesn't work in this. Lock doors. Okay. Yeah, same fault again. I think when I've pressed the buttons, I think I've kind of double pressed it or something, which is caused it to lock out. Right, I'm just going to use Y and U from now on. We'll restart, or we'll try just using Y and U and see if we get any more luck. Rafe, hello. Yeah, when the doors open, it made the doors close sound. Yeah, that's what I heard that as well, Matthew. And I think it's because I probably pressed the button twice. Like I say, it shouldn't cause it to bug out, but it is for some reason. Right, key is on in that position, isn't it? Yeah. So why can't I move the reverser now? Oh, this is painful to watch. Oh, there we go. The key isn't on in that position. Right, so I'm just going to use U. So I'm going to avoid clicking the buttons at all costs. An earth failure at St F. Short-circuited the buttons. These are all plausible possibilities. Right, instrument lights. DRA, we've got the radar news, we don't need that. Where is the AWS isolation on this? I didn't do that last time, put the AWS in. Safety system isolation. Does the destination display work? No. Train lights on, we could do that one. So how do we put the AWS in? I'm probably looking straight at it. Traction interlock, heater, crew lights, cab lights, TPWS. There we go. Right, let's rock and roll. Let's try this again. Closed doors. Not pressing any buttons. Yeah, Lawrence, I can understand it's probably easier on console because you've got a physical controller, but... Dovetail, come on, joystick support, please. Right, forwards. We could be going to reverse and straight into the stops. Right, we're off. Let's try again. Captain Train Crash, my stepmom has got Christmas songs on. Why not? Why not? That's a good point, Matthew. I'm not quite sure when the DRA come in. What year exactly? Right, we're doing a running brake test. That's why we've gone over the speed limit, you see. That's my excuse. Right, the brakes are working. We didn't do a static brake test, but that's because we're in a hurry. We're going to do 2 running brake tests by the looks of it. Yeah, Northern Princess, how can you tell? It's not my first go in the 150. I have had a little play in it, but I've not had a proper go in it. It seems really bad that it's buggy. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know about the DRA, but I'm pretty sure in the early 90s they didn't have TPWS. I'm almost certain in the early 90s they didn't have TPWS. I could be completely wrong, of course. Right, let's get going. We'll open the window so we can hear the engines. I think the water textures are quite nice. It's a little bit static for my liking, but I suppose that's sort of a creative decision on frame rates and stuff like that. Oh, we've got a 37 over there. We will do the 37 in a separate stream, I think. Right, so St Earth again, without the door fault this time. Yeah, Captain Train Crash definitely had AWS, not sure about the TPWS though. Please could you change the destination at the top? I wish I could, but it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Oh, okay. So what have we got on the front at the moment? St Austell. Where are we going? It might be a good idea to find out. Penzance, aren't we? Or have we just started at Penzance? No, we're going to St Austell, so that's good. Yeah, destination's correct. DT's Trainspotting, have you driven the Class 50 yet? Is it nice to drive? Do you mean in real life, DC Trainspotting? In which case I unfortunately haven't and doubt I will get to. Which is a shame, because they are lovely locomotives. Jonathan Law, have you driven a DMU or loco fitted with vacuum brakes? How does it compare to freestep? I've never driven a DMU, I've only driven EMUs. I have driven a locomotive equipped with vacuum brakes, and that's the Class 73. Although it's equipped with vacuum brakes, we don't use them. We only use the air brakes. But a Class 73 locomotive can actually translate brake between air and vacuum. So you can have a Class 66, you can have a 73 behind it as a brake translator, and then vacuum brake coaches. It's a very versatile locomotive. I'll scroll through the destination board when we get to the station, Captain Train Crash. We'll have a look through those. Yeah, that's a shame, DC Trainspotting. I really would like to have a go on a 50, but I don't think it's gonna. I can't see it happening, unfortunately. Yeah, Max, all F4 fixes everything. So 42 you lovely people still here after... There's always some issue or another. It wouldn't be a Dad Rail stream without some issue or another. So if you are still here and you haven't already, please do whack that like button and also consider subscribing to Dad Rail. So trying to reach 10,000 subscribers before Christmas. 10,000 subscribers before Christmas means my son Joshua does the washing up Christmas Day. If I don't get me 10,000 subscribers, then I've got to do the washing up and give him 20 quid. So I've got more to lose. So, yeah, Dad Rail for 10k before Christmas. Right, 1.6 miles out. We're going uphill, so we'll keep the power in. Matthew Rice, yeah, I have driven 465s. I used to drive them as a shunter driver. I used to like driving 465s. I used to prefer driving them to the 377s and 375s. Richard the Train Spotter and more. I'll be getting this route tomorrow. I'm not sure if this route is part of the Steam Autumn Sale. So we're 1 mile out. Let's shut back. We're about to start descending. We'll go onto the level in a minute. So I'm going to brake at the bridge. I'm going to kind of use that as my braking marker and see how we get on. Northern Princess Productions, don't quote me, but I expect to see a modern image route from Rivet in the future using the 150 in a more modern image environment. That would be awesome. Yeah, Matthew, I believe when I was driving the 465, the dynamic brake was on as default. Affiliate, welcome to Dadrail. That's another sub towards the 10k, so I don't have to do the washing up Christmas Day. Oh, she's coming in pretty nice there. Might give it a bit of brake step too. I'm going to avoid using free this time. Yeah, Rafe, not where I am. It's not much going on outside the window. We need brake step free. I think I've gone into emergency there actually, haven't I? Oh, maybe not. It's releasing. Down to 1 for the stop. 2. You always want to try and stop in brake step 1 so you don't get that kind of jolt. Right, so we're going to use the buttons. I'm not going to use the buttons in the cab, so I'm going to press Y. We have doors. We have doors. Very picturesque. Let's have a quick look at that destination display there. So we've got St Austell up there at the moment. If we give it a twiddle. I'm not sure how far around we can go. Carbis Bay. So we've got a range of destinations in there. Not in service. So how do you know when you... Is it kind of... Truro... Camborne... St Ives... I can't pronounce these. St Earth, that's where we are now. And blank. Okay, we'll leave it blank now. Right, locked doors. Let's see if this works. Hey, we're doing something right. We're doing something right. Oh, F7, F8 train parade. I'll try that at the next station, Hale. So, brakes off. Power on. So I'm going to power notch 3 till we get going. Beautiful lower quadrant semaphore signals there. Brownie points if anyone can tell me what the white diamond is on the signal post above the identification plate. If anyone can tell me what that white diamond means, you get brownie points for that. So we are good for 75 at the moment. We're dropping to 45. Northern Princess Productions, I also noticed some 800 stop markers on this route. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see if we can spot them. No telephone. Yeah, DC train spotting, you're pretty much bang on the money there. No telephone. It means that the signal is track circuited as well, so the signal knows you're there, so there's no need to have the telephone on it. And the black X means emergency use only. Yeah, 100% correct. Funnily enough, a lot of signals now are not being fitted with signal post telephones because of the advent of GSMR radio. They don't feel the need to have signal post telephones now, so a lot of new signals and new signalling schemes are not being fitted with them. So we're going up here. I'm just going to shut back for that 45 now and let the train take the strain, see if I can bring it down without using the brakes. Fernkern, my favourite train to drive in real life is the Class 73. I find it's a very interesting train to drive. Obviously, bi-mode, diesel and third rail electric. Built in the 1960s. Good bit of engineering. Interesting train to drive. You have to drive it properly. If you don't drive it properly, it doesn't perform well. You get a horrible ride out of it. Oh crikey, there's a station coming up. Right, let's get some brakes in. I think we've got loads of room for that. Oh, look at that. It is a beautiful route. It is a beautiful route. Kind of makes me want to go to West Cornwall and have a go in real life. So I want to try and start without using brake step 3, but I'm not making a very good job of that at the moment. The brakes on the 150 do not seem the best in the world. Back to brake step 1. For the stop. That's looking good. Oh, come on, come on, come on. 2 yards. Have we gone past it by 2 yards? I've released the brake. I've gone too far on the brake handle. No. I thought that was going too well. Right, let's get the doors. Why? Hey. We are working. We are working. Let's have a quick pop into the Discord and see what's going on over there. There we go, Class 73. 73201, I believe that one is. I've had the pleasure of driving that one this week, actually. Daniel's Trains UK official. Also going to give a quick shout out to Richard the Train Spotter and more, who's been doing a lot of Train Sim World live streams as well. He's just got back into YouTube after a little break, so if you could support his channel, that would be awesome. Right, wait until 9:35 and 23. Oh, so we're like running really, really early. DC train spotting. These trains that do still work over there. Yeah, I believe they do. The 150s. I was down in. It wasn't last year. It was the year before. I was down in Dawlish. I made a video down there. Southampton and Dawlish train spotting. It's on the channel if you want some. If you want something to watch. But yeah, we saw 150s, 143s. I believe the 143s have gone from down there now, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, good selection of rolling stock down there for sure. Nice part of the world as well. I went to Linton and Lynmouth, the Cliff Railway. I believe there's a model railway there as well, which I didn't know about till after I'd come home. But there's a lot of preserve lines as well down in Cornwall, so it's well worth taking a trip down there. So we've got like another couple of minutes before we can go anywhere in the game. So is it F6 and F7 for the destination display, did somebody say? I'm sure someone said, scrolling up in the chat, F7 and F8. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So you got not in service. That scrolls really quickly. St Austell, Truro, Redroof, Camborne, Hale, St Ives, Carbis Bay. I think I've gone too far. Leylant, Saltings, St Erf, Penzance, and then yeah. So we'll leave St Austell up there. Matthew, no, I don't go on the Dawlish webcam. I wasn't actually aware there was a webcam down there. Yeah, Northern Princess Productions 150s confirmed, still down there. Plenty of recycled HSTs knocking about, says DC Train Spotting. Yeah, if you watch that Dawlish video that I made, you'll see I had a bit of a hard time with HSTs. We actually waited around till 9 o'clock in the evening for a service coming through. We'd had a tip off there was an HST on it, and it was, pardon, you know, excuse my French, it was a bloody Voyager. We waited around for an HST and it was a Voyager. Yeah, TR9, the Oakhampton line. Yeah, I was aware that had reopened. I haven't seen Jeff Marshall's video on that actually, but I was hoping to go down there. I've got family in Exeter, so I was hoping to go down there, see family and go for a little ride on that, but I haven't had opportunity to do so. The house move and everything else, life's been a bit hectic, to be fair. So what have we got? 67s. 67's Charles Transport Photography. If you're not in the Discord already, guys, then there is a link in the description below. And 45 of you lovely people in here already. If you haven't done so, then please do hit that like button and subscribe to Dad Row so I don't have to do the washing up. It's as simple as that. Captain Train Crash. Interesting fact about Manchester Victorian Train Sim World 2. There is a third rail in the far left platforms. Oh, Captain Train Crash. That's interesting. Northern Princess Emily window shot. Beautiful sunset. Or sunrise it maybe. Looks like a sunset to me. Lawrence, as far as I can see, everything was good with that, bud. Captain Train Crash. Interesting fact about Manchester Victorian Train Sim World 2. There is a third rail in the far left platforms. I'm assuming that's on the Transpennine route. I don't actually have the Transpennine route for that. It's one of the ones I want to get. Right, we're almost ready to go. It's Freightliner Friday! It's not TR9, it's Black 5 Day. Black 5 Day. We did have a Black 5 come through my local station yesterday, which I did film. And if I'd been sufficiently organised, then I would have the video to show you on the stream. Elizabeth, hello! We're getting some... There's some light rail stuff in the Discord now. Anyway, let's jump back into the game. We are almost ready to depart. Lock doors. Here we go. Right, we're using Y. Okay, we are good to go. Cambourne, platform 2, 9:43. Let's get those brakes off and let's get some power in. And we're moving. Get out and give us a push. Gamer 90 plays. Relaxing with a spicy curry along with some flat cleaning. Not sure about the cleaning, but the spicy curry. Well, I don't like a spicy curry. It's got to be kind of a medium spice curry. Danny, hashtag mumrow. She won't eat anything hotter than a korma. Funnily enough, I turned around to someone once and I said they were talking about curry. I kind of didn't know too much about curry at the time. And I said, yeah, you know, I said, oh, I don't mind the odd curry, but I'm more of a korma man. And the person I was speaking to looked at me and said, you can't use the word korma and man in the same sentence. I was like, oh, okay then. Apparently real men don't eat korma. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. I still like a korma. Have a look at the live stream photos. DC Rad is asking. Yeah, there's not much going on here. Let's jump over into Discord. Planes, trains and automobiles. But we're in the wrong order. So right, what are we doing for speed? We're coming up to a 50. We're good for that. Let's get some power in. And we're 4.6 miles away from the station. drone shot. Yeah, I learned how to work the free cam. No, I didn't hear about that, Max. You should do a Dad Row versus Mum Row race. Who can drive a train better? Mum Row has promised me if I get to 10k subs, she's gonna do a stream. She's gonna drive. Northern Princess Productions. Rule 1 of being married, Mum Row is the far superior driver. Yep, that's the one. Mum Row wants to get a cat. Now we've moved house. She's been on and on about getting a cat. So she wants a cat. I don't. So we compromised and got a cat. We've compromised and we're getting a cat. That's married life for you, summed up. Richard the Train Spotter and more. Dead Rail, you ready for December, bud? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Richard. Can I tell the stream what we're doing? Am I allowed to say anything? Never forget the first rule. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh, nice crossing sounds there. Well mixed in as well, which is good. And there's our warning board for the 50. No AWS associated with that. I think the standard is for warning boards, the line speed reduction has got to be greater than 1/3 in order for it to warrant a warning board and an AWS magnet. Obviously this is based in the 1990s and things have changed a lot since then. 2.7 miles to the station. Hashtag cat rail. It could be in a few weeks that there's kind of a cat walking in front of the camera. That is entirely possible. Go for it, budders, it's confirmed. So I am heading up to December the 17th. I'm heading up to Manningtree with Richard the Train Spotter and more because it's his birthday. We're going to do a little bit of spotting around Manningtree on the Greater Anglia stuff. I've not seen any of the flirt units or anything like that, so I want to head up there and have a little look at those things. So yeah, 17th of December, if you are in the area, Manningtree or up that way, then we'll be around on the station or in the general area, so come and say hello. Horn happy today on the street. Right, 2 miles. We're running on time as well. We should be with the wait time at the previous station. So we're going downhill quite nicely, coming across some sort of... Are we on a viaduct? Just kind of an embankment there. Sheep in the field. I mean, there's even kind of a little village behind the trees there, and sort of the draw distance is really good. And the trees kind of disappear off in the distance there, but that's a pretty reasonable draw distance. It certainly doesn't affect your enjoyment of the route. Low bridge. No, Rivet Games have done a really good job of this. I'm really impressed. So 1.3 miles out. I was hoping to coast in, but we're losing too much speed. So I'm going to have to give it some power to get into Camborne. It's little things like with your route knowledge, you would learn where to shut off and where to brake to get really good timely stops. So I think sort of what I want to do is learn some of these routes so I can drive them properly without the HUD, which would be really good. Right, 0.8 miles away from the station. Still going uphill pretty steeply, so I'm going to keep the power in. We did have a go on Sherman Hill yesterday. I don't know if you called that one. That was kind of a spontaneous last-minute stream. Going down the gradient, it got to the stage where we had all the brakes hard on, and the train was still running away, and I couldn't stop the thing. So it was quite an experience, to say the least. Right, we're coming round into Camborne. So I'm actually just going to, because the gradient's so steep here, I'm just going to kind of shut back the power and see how much speed we lose. Yeah, it's coming off beautifully without brakes there. A couple of minutes down, a couple of seconds down I should say, but nothing to worry about. So we'll give it brake step 1. Probably not even going to need that, the gradient's really steep. That speed is just falling off. Look at the concentration on that stop. Perfect stop, perfect stop, perfect stop. Oh, not quite. Right, we better leave some braking, otherwise we're going to roll away. Why? Let's get those doors open. Cathcart Circle is easy to learn. Yeah, I've had a little go on Cathcart Circle, TR9 train spotting. I actually really like Cathcart Circle. That's a really, yeah, it's a really good route. Benjamin Ramsey, although all the stations gave me a better view as to what rail life is like. Yeah, I featured in all the stations. It's my claim to fame, meeting Jeff Marshall and doing that. That was a good day. Red Roof Platform 2. Oh, I said I wasn't going to touch the buttons, just in case something else goes wrong. 3.6 miles, and we are 45 up to, no, we're 60 up to 70. Is that Lila? Illa Derry? Do you train drivers always drive at 10 miles an hour under the limit? Do you stay at the limit? Depends on the route and what sort of timetable you're running to be completely honest with you. Some services you'll need to be bang on the speed limits to keep time. Other services you can be 10-15 miles an hour under the speed limit and keep time. It depends on the service. You'll get to know the service and the timetable and the route, bits like that as you go along. Lovely signal box and crossing. Actually, the crossing barriers look a bit out of scale. Do they work? Do they raise when the train's gone past? No. Never mind. It doesn't break the immersion, which is the main thing. Richard the train spotting. Deborah, will you be doing a train spotting video on the 17th? Yeah, absolutely. We'll try and do a few lives throughout the day as well on the 17th of December, up at Manningtree and in that general area. And there'll be a video out as well. So let's jump over to Discord and have a quick look at what's going on there. Link in the description below if you're not already in there. Oh, we're on fire. Yeah, that's pretty much what my Sherman Hill route was looking like yesterday if we carried on down the hill. Yeah. Nice. So we've got 40 coming up in 2.1 miles, which is just before the station by the looks of it. How's the stream looking and sounding, guys? Is it all good? I'm aware that there's some sort of sync issue between my microphone and the camera, so if my lip sync's a bit out, I do apologise for that. I have got a delay set up on it, but it kind of works right at the beginning of the stream and then goes out of sync later on. It's a bit all over the place. Right, so we can see if we can make up a bit of time now because we're a few seconds down. I'm really impressed with this route. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really stunning. It's certainly one of the better routes. Right, we're keeping an eye on that speed now, so we're going downhill. The 40's coming up as well, so yeah, don't want to break too early for that. Stream is all good, thank you, Richard. Sim model trains, no, I don't have the Northern Trans-Pennine layer for this route, I'm afraid. I have, I've asked very nicely for a key from Steam for that, but if they don't give me one, then I'll happily go and buy it. Because I would like to have a go on the Northern Trans-Pennines, and also, is it there's like a Legends of Diesel or something like that pack, which adds a load of extra diesel locomotives in. Yeah, see the gradient's changed now. We're going uphill quite steeply, which is, well, not steeply, but we're going uphill, which is kind of taking the speed out a little bit. So there's our 40. And the station just coming up as well. $40 on the 40. So we done Open BVE a couple of weeks ago with the Birmingham Cross City line. I've now got the Cross City line for, let's get some braking. I've now got the Cross City line for Microsoft Train Sim. Microsoft, it's not Microsoft Train Sim. Train Sim Classic. Showing my age now. So next week I'll be doing a stream with the Cross City line on Train Sim Classic at some point. We're using that brake step 3 again, which is really bad. Passenger comfort first though, into 1 for the stop. And pressing Y on my keyboard. What have we got going on in the chat? If you've got a question and I'm not answering it, then do just keep don't overly spam it because the bots will kick you out. But if you don't answer it, then post it again, and I'll certainly do my best to try and answer it. I sometimes miss them; they get mixed up. So it's not that I'm ignoring you or anything like that. I promise. Chris Usher, welcome to Dad Rail. That is one more sub closer to the 10k. Josh was sitting down in front of me watching the telly, looking a bit worried. Yeah, 10k and he does the washing up. So if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. That would be awesome. Big thank you as well to all my Patreon supporters. Names on the screen down there. Also my new Patreon supporter as well, whose name I haven't put in and whose name I've forgotten, which is really, really terrible of me. Yeah, but thank you very, very much to all my Patreon supporters. If you want to support me on Patreon, then you can do patreon.com/dadrail. But of course, you're supporting me simply by being here, liking and subscribing and all those good things. English and Proud, welcome to Dadrail. We've got a minute or so before we've got to leave this station, so let's jump into the Discord, see what's going on over there. 321s. That is one of the reasons I want to go to Manningtree, is to get some footage of the 321s before they go. I do like the sort of older generation EMU stock. Northern Princess Productions, take a peek at Discord. Yeah, there we go. Max, you'll have to message him yourself and ask. I'm not gonna talk about that on the stream. Fern Kern, which requires more multitasking skills, train driving or streaming? Do you know what? That's actually a really good question. Train driving or streaming? I think streaming probably. I don't know. It's different. It's different disciplines, I think. Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know how to answer that. When you're driving a train, it's very much all or nothing. So you could be full on, have a really big workload, running on cautionary signals and stuff like that, or you could be running for miles and miles and miles, especially on a freight train, with absolutely nothing to do, sitting there staring out the window. So train driving can sort of go from everything to nothing all in one go. streaming, there's a lot going on. I mean, I've kind of got my stream deck here and I'm changing the screens and I'm playing the game and sort of looking at the chat and various bits and bobs. So it's multitasking. But of course, there's nothing like mission critical about it. It's like if we bugger up or the stream goes down, it's not the end of the world. But when you're driving a train, obviously you can't think like that. Everything's got to be spot on. You've got your safety critical. So yeah, although I think, you know, from the time you start streaming to the time you stop streaming, it's kind of pretty constant in what you're doing. So you don't get much downtime during the stream, I find. But I really enjoy doing it, and I enjoy interacting with you guys as well. Right, we are off to Truro, platform 3. It's 7.5 miles, and we are good for 70 mile an hour. Northern Princess Productions, yeah, good to hear no one was hurt in that one. Nationwide Coin Hunt, hello Deborah, brilliant to have you back. Thank you very much, Nationwide. Nationwide Coin Hunt, I am going to say your name wrong at some point. I'm definitely going to say your name wrong at some point. It's going to happen. Like it or not, it will happen. Builder's yard and everything there. It's just having sort of a look around the route now. I mean, I mean, we're sort of miles away from the track, but the level of detail is sort of behind the buildings and everything here. Look, right over the back. Further than we can actually travel. It won't let me go over there. Physically won't let me go over there. But yeah, the level of detail is really good. I think it is anyway. Maybe I'm like easily pleased, but a bit more variety in the cars would be good. Logan Spooner, hello. 49 of you lovely people in here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Help the YouTube algorithms to recommend my content. That would be brilliant. So just a quick note as well, while I was talking about Patreon. Everyone who signed up to the Ops Manager tier 3 months ago, I think there's about 3 or 4 of you that did that. If you're in the stream, you will be receiving your first merch item at the beginning of December, which is an exclusive Dad Rail mug. That's one of the Patreon benefits. As soon as the December pledges have gone through, that will be sent out automatically by Patreon. The really annoying thing about it is I'm not getting one. I don't get sent one, so you guys are all going to have Dad Rail mugs before I do. Good to hear, Northern Princess Productions. Oh, sorry, you're not impressed by it. Oh, okay. I'd be really interested to hear your feedback. What can you tell us in the chat? I mean, other than the bug with the doors that we had, I think it looks really nice. I like it. Warning for 55 there. Going uphill, so I'm just going to shut back and let the train kind of take it out. Little white cursor dot in the middle is really irritating. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. There's our 55, the grading has changed again, so we're going to get penalised for speeding. We'll get the speed down. Elizabeth Harrison, hello. What is everyone up to? I'm practising my flute as I have a Christmas concert on the 14th of December. And I've got several pieces to practice, including the 12 Days of Christmas. Oh, very good luck with that, Elizabeth. I can't play any musical instrument. I used to DJ, actually, back in the day. But I can't play any musical instruments. So we're back up to... We're still on 55, going back up to 60. Nationwide coin hunt, the difference between a 73.3 and a normal 73. We only have 73 1s and 73 2s, so I'm not sure about 73 3. We have 73 9s as well, of course. Let's get some power in, get this beast up the hill. Yeah, we've got the AWS working, Northern Princess Productions. Although a lot of the signals are not AWS equipped, but we did enable it. Whether that's prototypical for the route that they're not AWS equipped or not, I don't know. But we did have it working on the unit when we keyed on. We got the AWS going off. Lawrence, thank you. Yeah, you'll get it before I do. Yeah, just the 101, Dale, does that have gearing on it as well? Do you have to manually change gears on the 101? Is that the same as like Diesel Railcar Simulator? A 150 is hardly a beast. I don't know. I noticed today as well, I think Armstrong Powerhouse, for some of their add-ons in Train Sim Classic, they're adding dynamic wheel slip depending on the conditions you're driving in and other factors, which is really, really interesting. I'll be really interested to drive that dynamic wheel slip. But talking of sort of dynamic animations, I think some of the things I'd love to see in Train Sim World, I'm not sure how easy it is to kind of add random events. I don't know if Northern Princess Productions can enlighten us whether it's easy to sort of add random events into scenarios and timetables. But just things like temporary and emergency speed restrictions randomly appearing, maybe like P-way stuff at the side of the track randomly appearing that you have to sound your horn for and acknowledge, and maybe you can have an animation where they put their hand up when you sound the horn. But just kind of some level of randomness, like operational randomness like that, I think would be really good. I don't know if that's something that's sort of really easy to do, or something that sort of would have to be coded into each route and kind of left as static. But it'd be really nice to see some elements like that from a simulation point of view. Oh, okay, my bad. What's the difference between 73.1 and 73.2? Not a lot nationwide, to be perfectly honest with you. 73.2s are ex-Gatwick Express class 73s. In terms of driving and stuff, there's no difference really. Does he have headlights on, or she have headlights on? Does the driver have headlights on? Yeah, the draw distance is not great on the headlamps. So there's an AWS ramp, so let's see if we get an AWS fire off. We did! Yes, the AWS is working. Nationwide, there was a steam through Hastings yesterday, as it goes. Black 5, because today is Black 5 Day, of course. Truro Road, platform 3, 1.5 miles away. Sim model trains, they should add trespassers and you have to emergency brake if they are on the track. I think I've heard rumours that they're doing like Steam add-ons or something like that. I think that's been mentioned before in the chats. It's like they should do the Flying Scotsman with included trespassers. Now with added trespassers, so it could be like an add-on pack or something. Northern Princess, that is an absolute nightmare, so ESRs are just not a no-go. The way the timetable works is the game knows exactly where a train should be at a given time. ESRs would mess with that. Right, okay. So I suppose you'd then have to... But I mean, in real life, ESR's messed with the timetables. So, yeah, maybe swings and roundabouts. I don't know. Right, let's get some braking. We're coming up to a 30. I don't normally play the scenarios, Northern Princess, actually, so that's quite interesting. They are included in the scenarios, just as sort of placed objects. Chris, definitely the 73. It's my favourite loco to drive. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. If I've got a long drive, it's 66. But I do enjoy driving the 73. See, now the one on the left is a beast. 37, that is a beast. That is unarguably a beast. Ah, we're looking at trains. We're not stopping. I thought I had the brakes in, actually. Everyone's spilling their coffee. Some station announcements programmed in would be really good as well, kind of give it a little bit more atmosphere. I feel like they could do so much more with the sound side of things. In terms of immersion, I think like adding atmospheric sound, station sounds and stuff would be a really good idea. I think that would be pretty easy to implement as well. You could just have a triggered sound as you pull into the station. It wouldn't be difficult. We are at Truro. Truro loading passengers. Let's go to Discord. Joshy 11, proper trains. I loving your S stock, Northern Princess Emily. Next to a 800. It's like a Lumo 800. Which I guess it would be. Lock doors. Right, let's get the brakes off. Lower quadrant signal, lovely. Go via location, so we're not stopping at the next station. Chris, yes, I've signed the Class 69s. I haven't taken one out on the main line in anger yet, other than when I initially signed them. But yeah, the Class 69 is on my traction card. They've got a few bugs with them at the moment, but I think they'll be good locos. I think they'll be very good locos. We've got 3 of them ready to go now. Right, let's get some power in. We're going up to 70. Lumo is a Class 803. Thank you, everybody. The clicking of the old platform clock. Oh, yeah, Peter. Love that sound. They've still got one at Charing Cross clicking away. It's lovely. Sim model trains. Can I drive the 37 after this? I'm probably going to save the 37 for another stream, to be honest with you, bud. We're kind of an hour and a bit in already. And I want to do the branch line. So yeah, I want to do the 37, but we'll probably save that for another stream. Ian, just learnt you are live. How are you doing? Where are we going? Ian, we're on the West Cornwall Local, Class 150, and we are heading to St Austell. Then we're going to do the branch line as well, from St Earth down to wherever it goes. I can't remember, that's really bad. What is your favourite diesel hydraulic or diesel electric? Diesel electric locomotive. Class 73 is a diesel electric. The electric traction motors, diesel generator, and third rail as well, of course. Going through a tunnel. Oh, the tunnels are really dark. That is really realistic. The lighting level in the tunnel is actually really good. Contrary to popular belief, the headlights on trains are really bad and you can't see anything. We've got a little bit of wheel slip going on. Ian Bradley, no puns tonight. You can chuck some in if you want, Ian. You're good at those. Lance 2021, good evening. And we're falling off the edge of a cliff now, going downhill. So I'll reduce the power. Let the train take the strain, as they say. So 44 of you lovely people in here. Of course, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It takes you like 2 seconds to do and it means so much to me. And means that I am one subscriber closer to not having to do the washing up at Christmas. Yeah, really enjoying the lighting levels in the tunnel. It's really, really good, that. Yes, Richard, you change gear in the 101 and it takes a lot of practice. Yeah, I've done the 101 on Diesel Railcar Simulator, the gear changes. I really enjoy driving that. It adds another dimension, another layer to it, which is really good. Yeah, Lance, it's I'm quite impressed with it, to be completely honest with you. It's a very scenic route. I think there's enough going on in the route as well to keep you interested. One of the things I said about Sherman Hill yesterday, and it's absolutely nothing against American rail fans, because it is of course, you know what you like. But for me, Sherman Hill, there just wasn't enough going on. I kind of got the train moving, got it into Notch 8, and then I went like 40 minutes before I had to touch the controls again. As we pulled it up the hill. So yeah, no, I think this is a really good route. It looks nice, it sounds nice, the train performs pretty well. The physics are pretty realistic, I think. We had a little bug earlier on with the doors opening. But yeah, no, I'm suitably impressed, I think. One yellow. Objective complete. See, that's annoying now because the heads-up display is telling me the signal's already gone green. But being a professional driver, I'm just going to treat it as red until I sight it. I don't know if you noticed the little triangle on the signal plate on the previous signal. That denotes that the signal is a distant signal. There we go, green. We're going to get up to 60 because that's the speed it was changing to. Red ahead, red alert. Not anymore. Lance 2021, which routes would you like to see in trains? Well, that's an interesting question, Lance. I think kind of everyone wants to see their local routes, don't they? That's kind of the thing, you know. Everyone wants to see their local route in there. So, you know, I would love to see the East Coastway expanded from Hastings to Ashford, from Eastport to Ashford, sorry, the East Coastway, and then maybe a connection onto the south east and high speed. Expand that down to Ashford so it all meets up. I think that's probably a little bit unfair, though. You know, there's a lot of other areas of the country that are underrepresented in the game. I would like to see, personally, I'd like to see a lot more modern era routes rather than these older routes. But from what I understand, like sort of from a development standpoint and researching and copyrights and licenses and stuff, it's far easier to model something older than it is something current. So yeah, I mean, what routes would other people like to see? let us know in the chat. That's a pretty good question. Yeah, I've got the Cathcart Circle now nationwide. I really do enjoy that one. I'm definitely going to be streaming that one at some point. Yeah, we're going to do the branch line, Ian. The St Earth to wherever it goes. Branch line, wherever it goes. Until I've done my homework. Doesn't like this gradient, does it? It really doesn't like this gradient. Yeah, the Clockwork Orange. That'd be a good shout for a route. Matthew Rice, what do you think the first steam route will be? I'll be honest with you, Matthew. I'm not going to say anything about that because I know what it's going to be. New York subway would be interesting. Older stuff helps from a variety perspective. You would see a blue 47 pretty much anywhere. Something like an SE 375 only stays in a certain part of the road. Yeah, no, I completely get that, Northern Princess. Yeah, definitely. I think if they could do like maybe some West Coast 47s and some steamers, and then you could sort of add those layers into virtually any route, any modern image route, anyway, the West Coast stuff. But yeah, there's certainly a good argument to put forward. New pictures in Discord. What's going on here? 6.5 miles. Let's jump over there then. Fat Frank has taken a picture next door to where I work. In City 125, that is the 465. I would say that's Trainsim Classic, but that could be the Trainsim World one. They got the Class 20s in Tunbridge Yard, so that's got to be 3, 4, 5 years ago now. That was taken. No, we don't want that. I pressed the wrong button. So we had trouble getting up the hill, now we're racing down the other side. Yeah, like I said, Northern Princess, I think you're privy to some of the conversations as well, but yeah, I'm not going to say anything on that. I guess drop myself in it. I think Mum Rail has entered the room. Say hello to the stream, Mum Rail. Johnny Simulator Gaming, I am driving a bus. Yeah, let's get her going. Sorry, I was distracted there by children. Because they're not in bed yet. Dad rail. Crouching Tiger Hidland, and welcome to the stream. What have you missed? We're doing the West Cornwall Local, coming into St Austell in 4.2 miles, which is the end of the run. But then we're going to do the St Earth to wherever it goes branch line. So someone will have to tell me where it goes because I can't remember. What happened? Driver cam is back. We are back. Good morning, everyone. If you ask the Beatles, then they'll tell you all you need is love. Here at XXX, we do need a little more, and that is for all passengers travelling today to have a ticket valid for this service. If you're unsure about your ticket, please come see a member of train crew. I can't help think that you missed a pun about Ticket to Ride, another Beatles song. You know, you probably could have got that one in there as well. I do like it when the conductors, train managers, or whatever, kind of make announcements that are a little bit different and a little bit off script. It just makes the journey more interesting. I was on a train the other day and one of them turned around and said, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the magical voice of the train speaking," which is like, just kind of gets your attention a little bit, you know. Green, AWS is working. That's my next one. I think it was on the Pendolinos they had written on the toilets, "Please do not flush," like, list of items. It was like "Hope dreams and ex-boyfriends down the toilet" or something like that, which was quite good. Yeah, you don't want to run out of puns, Northern Princess. What have you been doing, Andy? Been upsetting Nightbot? That is one steep grade. Going up to the side there. Borrowing that one. There's a really good conductor on Southern. There's if you go once the stream is finished, of course, on YouTube. I think the driver's driving down the Tatton Corner line and he's making an announcement on the train. He's like, "The ambassador would like to apologise, but the Ferrero Rocher have run out this evening," or something like that. It's really quite good. I remember we had a one yellow, red ahead, get some braking. We had a conductor at Hastings when I was down there years ago. He's retired now, an old boy. And I pulled into, I think it was Cannon Street one day. We used to have problems sometimes opening the doors because the GPS sticker on the train would get blocked by the buildings above the station. So the conductor made an announcement. It was something along the lines of, "Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologise, but the driver is unable to open the doors because computer says no. However, please rest assured that I do have a rather large tin opener in my bag should it come down to it." Just kind of relaxes people, you know, and it kind of shows the human side as well of the staff, you know. If we're all reading off a script, it's a bit robotic, but if you can show your human side, then it is really nice. Oh, you've seen that clip, Logan, the one I was talking about. Yeah, it is a good clip. I always watch my view account when I'm sort of telling people about other stuff on YouTube, because it's like I watch my view account sort of fall off a cliff edge as everyone goes to watch it. Red ahead, although it tells me it's stepped up to green. I'm being a good driver. Yeah, Johnny, on most units the train drivers can hear what the train managers are saying. There was a fault a few years ago on the on some of the units. I know that it was on the 319s, it might have been on the 465 as well, which is where some of the wires in the couplings have been crossed over when they multiple together. There was incidents where the crew call conversations between the driver and the conductor were coming out over the PA system, and there was a train I was on where the driver and signaller were having a conversation. Oh, we're stopping at the station. That was quick. Where the driver and signaller were having a conversation, and that was coming out over the PA system as well. Yeah, see, that's not right, because we've got the subsidiary signal there already. That would be approach controlled in reality, so that wouldn't be able to be pulled off until we'd come to a stand. Yeah, Yeah, maybe that's me just being pedantic. Ah, looking, coming in for a beautiful stop. We've got to get a gold medal for this. Right. Wide to open the doors. Unload passengers. Lock door. It's telling me to lock doors like immediately. Okay, fair enough. If you didn't get off in 20 seconds, you're coming to the sidings. Stop at location as indicated. Let's rock and roll. So red light, subsidiary signal means proceed as far as the line is clear. Being prepared to stop short of any obstructions, obeying all other signals. Lawrence, you're posting in the live chat. I wonder if you're a bit behind in the stream. Of course, if you are, you're not hearing me say that. You've overshot the mark. Never mind, never mind. Stop! Stop! Wait! He got to the end of the route and buggered it up. Right, this is an excellent opportunity to try and change ends now because I didn't stop in the right place. I was hoping it was going to come up that I'd finished, but apparently not. Right, let's see if we can do this right then. Tail lights on, headlights off. There we go. Right, brake step 3. Off. Key out. Oh, so I can't take the key out, I can only twiddle it. Okay, well, it is what it is. Right. Set the DRA as well, I should be doing that. So let's walk to the other end of the train. I'm determined to complete this scenario. The interior looks really nice. Do the windows open? Oh, they do! Wow, look at that! Excellent, that's really cool. Right, so key is in. Into I need to put the key on actually. Into forward. I'm determined to complete this run. Right, brakes. Tail lights off. We should be in marker lights only actually. Have we got marker lights? There we go. Rolling backwards. Get some power in. Not so much. Stop. Objective complete. We made it. We made it. We made it.
It's huge. And he said he wasn't actually ready.
Yeah, the windows are a really nice touch. There are some really nice touches in this. I must admit, these look good. Gold medal, but of course, what else would you expect? So I think, yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Like I say, Dovetailed Games did give me the key for that for free, which I'm very grateful to them for doing so. But I'm under no obligation to kind of wrap it in cotton wool, and they've said with Sherman Hill, they want us to be completely honest with how we feel about the route. And I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. Sorry, Mum Rail's having a conversation on the phone. And she's kind of talking over top of me and I'm getting distracted. She's left the room. Mum Rail has left the building. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely very impressed with it. We're going to do a run down the branch line as well. Let's have a quick look in Discord before we do. Nothing else been posted in there. If you're not in our Discord server, then there is a link in the description below. It'd be really great to see you over there. We now have a diary section in the Discord server, which is where we've got a few members of railway staff posting sort of their day-to-day activities and pictures and stuff. So it'd be really good to see you over there and get involved with the conversation. So, continue journey with main menu. That screenshot looks really terrible, actually. Right, so we do 150. We will do a 37 stream at some point as well. We'll do it in the sun. So St Earth to St Ives, which is a 12-minute run down the branch line. So yeah, we'll have a little go on that one, and we might do a little 37 run as well, depending on what the chat wants. Green. Unlock doors. Right, we're going to use the right button. So key on. Into on. We're going to put the AWS back in because I like AWS. And open the doors. Headlights set to right, that is good. Instrument lights on. Compressor speed up switch. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's the thumbnail, guys. There is the thumbnail. Look. Different time of day, but there is the thumbnail. Right, let's go. Lock doors. Brakes off. Into forward, that always helps. And power on. Why am I showing an emergency brake application? Because I haven't released the brakes fully. Interlocking on the throttle. Open her up and off we go. 15 miles an hour. So we're going to Lelant, Carbis Bay and St Ives. Beautiful lower quadrant semaphores, as I said earlier. Nationwide coin, can I do the mail train scenario? I probably won't do it in tonight's stream, to be completely honest with you, because we're, what is the time? Just gone 10 o'clock. And I've got to be up for work in the morning, as I'm sure some of you have as well. We might have a little look at the 37 though, see if there's like a short run or something we can do. Right, so we're good for 30. Going downhill as well, so we'll let the shut off a little bit earlier, let the train accelerate. Ian, I don't believe there is a 43 run available for this. Someone will correct me in the chat, but I believe there was a decision not to include a 43 run. I mean, technically they've got the 43 in the game, so it would have been a reskin. But I believe I remember the dev saying that it wasn't going to happen. It Springs, hello, ITZ Springs. Oh, there's a station, that was close. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. I mean, it is only a 12-minute run, so I don't know quite what I'm expecting. That's a very long platform for such a small station. Are we supposed to be stopping here? What's the name of this station? Leyland Saltings. Okay, so we don't stop here then. Right. That kind of threw me, yeah. Some poison Ives. Ian's on form. Andy's off, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's try again. Lelant. Lelant, am I pronouncing that right? Lelant? Lelant. Ah, there's Elm Station. This would be quite a nice route, I think, for a little steam engine. You could have a little like tank engine or something on here. Great Western Railway tank. Would be really quite nice. Oh, look at the luggage trolley as well. Multiple luggage trolleys. We have a child about to walk behind me. It's Andy Rail. Unlock doors. Let's go and have a little look on the platform actually. Oh, we locked us up in the cab. Lewis, welcome to Dad Rail. I've had to turn the camera off. I have a child behind me who's getting... the door behind you is like the door to the utility room. Oh, we've done like a... picked up some mail or something. Yeah, the door behind me is the door to the utility room, and I have a child behind me taking his clothes off. So I thought I'd turn the camera off. You don't want to see that. Right, lock doors, off we go. Oh, I've opened them on the wrong side. That's tea and biscuits with manager time, that is. And we're off. I think we can have our camera back now. There we go. Driver cam. Pannier tank or a saddle tank? Yeah, I don't know my steam engines. I'll be really honest with you. I do not know my steam engines. I'm not very good with steam engines. Right, let's get this thing moving. Lawrence Adams, I hate the adverts on YouTube. Yeah, I know what you mean, Lawrence. Although I am guilty for clicking the little monetisation option so I get my 20p from YouTube. But they are bloody annoying. What biscuits do you get with the manager? Oh, you've got to buy the biscuits. If they're M&S biscuits, the punishment tends to be less. If they're Aldi biscuits, then yeah, you've got no chance. Wow, this is a climb. This is a climb. But it's stunning. See, I'm saying it's stunning, but then I'm kind of looking at it thinking it actually looks a little bit bare. Maybe I'm being a bit critical, I don't know, but it looks a bit... Compared to the main route, I mean, the grass texture looks really repetitive and stuff. Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit unfair there. Is Train World available for Windows OS laptop? Yeah, I believe it would be. Hobnobs. Jammy Dodgers. It's got to be a Jammy Dodger. See, here's one. We'll divide the chat. We've covered so many subjects tonight. We'll divide the chat now. Is a Kit Kat a biscuit or a chocolate bar? Lawrence, it takes the biscuit. Unfit Bay Station. Next stop. Chocolate. It's hard as you've got all the tourists on the train. I can imagine this is a popular tourist route. We went to Cornwall in the summer. It's the first time I've been to Cornwall. We were actually staying in Exeter, just outside Exeter, but we popped into Cornwall. We went to the loo. The weather wasn't great. I wasn't expecting it to be busy, but Christ, it was very busy. Northern Princess. As a professional Kit Kat seller, it is a biscuit. See, I like the little mini Kit Kats that you get, and I've got a good theory with those. You know, because they're only half the size of a regular Kit Kat, it means you can have twice as much. It's only half the calories, which means you can have twice as much. It makes me feel good about myself. That's all that matters. It makes me feel good about myself. They eat all the nice biscuits. See, Lawrence. Oh, look, we're going to crash into the stops. No, we're not, because there isn't any stops. Yeah, Lawrence, a tomato is definitely a fruit. Yeah, is the driver's door open? Actually, it might still be open. Oh, he looks happy with his arms crossed there. Stop! Right, doors on the correct side. Yeah, let's have a quick look, because I think I did leave that door open. Yeah, it stayed open as well. Yeah, it's a shame the guard panel doesn't work. I don't know how much appeal it would have to people to actually be able to work the trains as a guard. But I mean, there's no kind of dispatch mechanism, is there? So it'd probably be quite difficult to implement. I think there should be a dispatch mechanism. I think the fact the game should close. I mean, if the game just closed the doors itself and then went, that would be awesome. Just add that, you know, that little bit extra layer of realism. Or multiplayer. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, but multiplayer. Northern Princess Productions, you're 2.5 minutes late, Richard, or as the Tyne-and-Wear Metro calls it, on time. That's what Southern call it as well. All the opinions expressed within this video are solely my own, may not reflect those of any companies I may be or may have been employed by or associated with. I'd love a TRTS system as well. Train ready to start. This must be prime landslip territory. I do like the Sprinter units. All the Sprinter families, actually. I do think they're nice units. As units go. Good for you, Max. Keep it up. Keep it up. So 15 miles an hour coming up. We better get some braking for that. That is a fixed distance we've just gone past on the left. So it's a distance signal, but it's fixed. Obviously it can't be pulled off because we're going on to buffer stops. So 43 you lovely people still here. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and also subscribe. As we come into St Ives. RBX21, have you ever driven past Worthing Junction? Yeah, not for a little while, but used to do it constantly. Look at the little tables outside and stuff, and like down on the beach. It's really nice detail going on there. We'll have a little explore in a minute. Yeah, no, Worthing Junction, I signed down to Eastleigh and Southampton. So I go past there far too much. Although I haven't been down that way for a couple of weeks now. But if you're at Worthing Junction waving, then I normally toot the horn and upset the neighbours. Oh, stop. Right, so we go step 3. DRA neutral if we're doing this properly, which of course we are. And then we can open the doors. Ah, fantastic, Lawrence. Yeah, I'm not on TikTok. I could do like a what do you call it, couldn't I? What's the chappie on TikTok that everyone's talking about? Mumrail! Francis, that's it. Couldn't remember his name for a second. We could do a Francis. Ah, should we put some reds up as well? That'd be a good idea. Right, off. Tail lights on. We need to turn marker lights off. They're on a separate switch. Perfect. Right, if we go into free cam, I kind of wanted to go and have a little look around. WSR 302V. WSR 302V. Yeah, that'd be asking far too much, wouldn't it? I kind of feel like there should be little Easter eggs in the registration numbers. There should kind of be like, you know, secret messages or something. Maybe there is secret messages. We could start a rumour that there's secret messages in the number plate and they tell you what route's coming out next or something. That's pretty nice down here, look. I mean, you can't say this doesn't look good. The level of detail for something you can't really see from the train is pretty awesome. I'm definitely suitably impressed. But I mean, there's little things you don't get, like branding on the pubs and stuff like that, and branding on the buildings. So obviously you have the correct licensing and stuff to do that. There are no humans anywhere though. Sort of some humans dotted around would be good. But even sort of beach ball down there. There's an ice cream selling stand. I mean, come on, there's no way you could actually see that from the train. I mean, that is attention to detail right there. That is definitely attention to detail right there. How far over can we actually go? Oh, we can't. We kind of get stopped there. Oh, so there is actually some animation on the water as well. I mean, admittedly, the animation's pretty poor, but it's there nevertheless. I mean, water physics, as I understand, are pretty demanding anyway, so... No, suitably impressed. Definitely suitably impressed. So what do you think, guys? Are you enjoying this route? Have you had a play on it? Are you enjoying it? I certainly am. It's the first time I've had a proper play through both ways. I am most certainly enjoying it. Can we see the car registrations again? Ah, we've started something. We've started something. Yeah, go on then. It's like a countdown conundrum now. It's like it's 1990s prices. Look, tea 20p, coffee 30p, hot chocolate 45, bacon roll 50p. Wait, so hang on a minute. A can of drink costs more than a bacon roll. Chip roll 30p. Oh, that's awesome. There's no way these postcards are like, that's not Cornwall. Actually, I really like that. That's pretty cool. That is. Maybe I'm just easily pleased, but that is pretty cool. Rivet Games flag there as well. That is pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. What other ones have we got? think we're just repeating now. That's made my day. Those prices have just absolutely made my day. That's got to be a screenshot there. There we go. Is that like a basketball court? We've even got seagulls flying around. Although they look a bit weird, but... Tennis courts. Yeah, I honestly think the detail is pretty decent. I genuinely do think it's pretty decent. Shame we've got no departure monitors or anything working, but there we go. Right, let's jump into Discord very quickly to see what's going on over there. If you're not already in the Discord server, guys, there is a link in the description below. You're more than welcome to join. It'd be great to see you over there. Right, main menu. Do you want to go back to the main menu? Yes, we do. So if we go back, explore timetable 37. No, shortest run on the 37 is like 46 minutes. That's a bit too long. Let's check scenarios. We want something that's pretty quick. Yeah, no, these are all a bit too long for me today, to be completely honest with you. So on that note, I am going to press that button there. And I'm going to thank you all very, very much for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. There will be probably 2 or 3 streams next week. We're going to start picking up a bit now I've moved and got everything set up. Apologies for the background. This is going to be green screen and we're going to have something nice behind me. But I need to move the computer around because I'm a bit too close to the wall and I need to upgrade my lighting setup and blah-de-blah-de-blah and all that good stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much for tuning in today, guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your interaction in the chat as well. It's always awesome to speak to you. If you haven't already, then please do hit that like button and subscribe to Dabrowell. You can follow me on my social media channels, which are on the screen down there somewhere now. If I press the right button, they should be. And if you want to and you're able to, then if you can support me on Patreon, patreon.com/Dadrail. Anyway, guys, that is it. I am going to end the stream there. Hope to see you all in the Discord server, and more importantly, hope to see you all in the next stream. So thank you very much, and it's good night from me. This is where I press the wrong button. I do it at the end of every stream. Ah, told you. There we go. Signing off. Cheers, guys. Good night.